Hi everyone, welcome to Star News. Today, we've got some exciting and exclusive updates to share with you.
Guli Nazha, fashion, freedom, and the firestorm of public opinion. Under the blazing Labor Day sun, the streets outside Universal Studios pulsed with life. Tourists spilled out of cafes, cameras snapped relentlessly, and street performers competed for attention with their vibrant energy. Amid this whirlwind, one figure rose above the noise. Guli Nazha, known for her captivating screen presence and effortless beauty, appeared dressed in an ensemble that fused casual charm with daring fashion sensibility. She wore a sleek black knit top that draped elegantly over her frame, paired with a set of jeans whose cut and detailing set social media ablaze. With sneakers for comfort and a small shoulder bag completing the look, her appearance radiated modern confidence, a portrait of a star blending glamour with authenticity. Each camera flash seemed to capture not just her style but her unapologetic spirit. But in the age of instant sharing, admiration quickly gave way to uproar. Some sharp-eyed fans claimed that the unique denim design revealed the edges of black lingerie beneath. What was intended as a fashion statement instantly morphed into a subject of heated debate. Critics filled comment sections with accusations of impropriety, branding the outfit too provocative for a public setting. Others rallied to her defense, arguing that clothing choice was a form of personal freedom, not a public referendum. Through it all, Nazha maintained a calm silence. When she finally spoke, her words were clear and firm. "Dressing is an expression of self," she said, "and the opinions of strangers carry no real weight." Soon the narrative shifted. Fashion insiders revealed that her jeans came from a luxury international label, retailing at 3,800 yuan, with the exposed underwear motif intentionally woven into the design. It was not an accident, nor a publicity stunt, but a deliberate creation by designers challenging conventional aesthetics. Suddenly, the outrage appeared misplaced, the criticism hollow. Within the fashion world, the concept of lingerie-inspired outerwear is hardly revolutionary. For years, designers from Paris to New York have blurred the lines between intimacy and exposure, using fabrics and cuts that invite conversation rather than conform to tradition. What Nazha wore that day was part of a larger movement in fashion, one that celebrates individuality, questions old norms, and refuses to apologize for creative boldness. Yet this single incident encapsulates more than a wardrobe choice. It reflects the journey of a woman who has constantly balanced art, ambition, and the public gaze. Born in Xinjiang, Guli Nazha's path to stardom was paved with both triumphs and trials. From her early years studying dance to her breakout roles on screen, she carried with her the dream of redefining what it meant to be a modern Chinese actress on the world stage. That dream demanded sacrifice. Roles slipped away when timing clashed with personal convictions. Online criticism often hit harder than any professional setback, dissecting not only her work but her private life. Relationships became tabloid fodder. Public opinion oscillated between adoration and condemnation, forcing her to cultivate a resilience that would outlast headlines. But through it all, she refused to bend her identity to please others. Whether on a film set or a city sidewalk, Nazha chose authenticity over appeasement. Her fashion choices, bold as they sometimes appear, are extensions of that philosophy. Clothes, for her, are not armor to hide behind nor costumes to satisfy expectation. They are declarations of selfhood. This is why the Universal Studios moment resonated beyond gossip columns. It became a cultural flashpoint about autonomy, modern femininity, and the limits of public judgment. Why, some asked, must a woman defend her right to wear what she wishes? At what point did personal style become public property for debate? Nazha's response, or rather, her refusal to over-explain herself, offers an answer. In a world obsessed with constant commentary, silence can be its own form of defiance. By letting facts emerge naturally, the price tag, the designer's intent, she avoided feeding the frenzy while standing firmly by her choices. And perhaps that is the larger story here, the tension between individuality and conformity. Fashion has always courted controversy, from miniskirts in the 60s to punk leather jackets in the 80s. Each wave of rebellion eventually finds acceptance, reshaping cultural norms along the way. Nazha, knowingly or not, became the face of this ongoing dialogue in China's entertainment sphere, where celebrity images are often micromanaged to avoid precisely this sort of scandal. But beyond the flashbulbs and fashion blogs lies a deeper narrative of perseverance. Nazha's career reflects a determination to transcend stereotypes. She has played roles ranging from innocent ingenues to complex heroines, each performance revealing layers of craft honed through years of dedication. Critics who once dismissed her as just another pretty face now acknowledge the discipline behind the glamour. Off-screen, she navigates the same dilemmas facing many modern women, balancing career ambition with personal life, confronting public scrutiny while preserving private dignity, embracing self-expression without apology. Her story reminds us that behind every viral moment stands a person shaped by countless unseen struggles and choices. As the Labor Day controversy fades, what remains is not the chatter about denim or lingerie but the image of a woman refusing to let others dictate her narrative. Guli Nazha walked into Universal Studios wearing more than a designer outfit. She carried with her the courage to be imperfect, to be questioned, to be herself. In an era that often demands conformity under the guise of morality, her stance feels quietly radical. It challenges us to consider how quick we are to judge what we do not understand, how eager we become to police expressions of freedom that harm no one. Fashion will continue to provoke. Celebrities will continue to polarize. But perhaps the lesson here is less about clothing than about character. To live authentically, to embrace beauty, controversy, ambition, and vulnerability alike, requires a strength far greater than the approval of strangers. Guli Nazha's journey from Xinjiang streets to international red carpets tells us this: dignity is not the absence of criticism but the refusal to be defined by it. And maybe, just maybe, the courage to wear what one loves is the first step toward living as one truly is.
What do you think about the stories we just covered? Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this is your first time watching our channel, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest buzz in entertainment. Thanks so much for tuning in.